Yes, it is now easier than ever to get rich, but it is also easier than ever to get distracted. Cell phones, TVs, radios, Uber Eats, and obviously AI. We are the most entertained, yet the most depressed generation. If you really want to get ahead, you need to learn how to detach yourself and only use technology as a tool to get ahead. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Navigating Your 20s. I am so happy to be here, and I feel like today's episode is going to be one of my favorite episodes because I'm talking about something that really it has been in my head a lot, and I've been thinking about this a lot. So today's episode is going to be about getting ahead, and this is not in the form of being in competition with other people or trying to be better than other people. It's just some people are going to be happy, some people are not going to be happy, they're going to be depressed. Some people are going to be richer, some people are not going to be richer, some people are going to be wealthy, some people are not going to be wealthy. And you just have to choose who you become. And as I always say, everything is in your hands. The state of your life is your fault. The state of how your life ends up, the state of how you feel when you're on your deathbed and you are hopefully 90 years old, when you look back, everything is going to be your fault. Who you loved, who you dated, who you married, who you had kids with, how you raised your kids, how you treated your friends. Everything is literally in your hands. So that's why I made this episode. I want you to take back control, and I want you to be in control, and I want you to know that you are in control. Basically, that's the whole idea of this episode. And it's not about competing with other people or being better than other people, because we all have different parts and we all are running a different race and we don't want the same things. And what's rich for me would not be rich for you. Rich shouldn't always be about money. It shouldn't be about having the most money in your bank account, even though that would be amazing because it will solve a lot of money problems, but it will only solve money problems. And there's a lot of rich people out there who still commit suicide, who are still unhappy, who are still depressed, and most of them are fucking depressed. But anyways, dude, no cursing words. I'm behaving. Yeah, so that's what today's episode is going to be about. And honestly, y'all, I had written down a script for this episode. I really had planned it out, but I felt like I was not being authentic to myself. So I just put the laptop down and I decided that I am going to speak from the heart, and I'm going to say the things that I'm actually thinking, because I want this to be like I'm speaking to my best friends. I want this to be something that is flawed. I don't want it to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist. I'm always trying to do everything perfectly, and it is a big problem. So before I get into the episode, I'm going to give you guys a little update. I recently announced that I will be launching a hair store, a wig store, online wig store in Ireland, and I will be selling wigs, and I will be selling wig care products, and also just basically wig care products. I'm so excited for this and I love it, and I'm so happy that I did this, but it's been so much work. I've been kind of not struggling, but it's been a lot to do by myself because I have a deadline for myself, and I'm working on the website, I'm working on everything for the business, and it's really hard right now. But please go follow the business page, Instagram page. It is Her HER dot. I'm just gonna write it down over there because Jesus Christ. Do I have dyslexia? I think I'm kind of dyslexic. But anyways, yes, I'm gonna just write it down there. And also please go follow my main account, Bella_the3rd with double I's. I'm just gonna write it down there as well. Please sorry. Already we are into this. I'm not starting over. Yeah, please go follow my main page and like my videos. I'm doing this whole content creation thing. I've been speaking about it. I'm kind of starting to like it now. It's kind of starting to be fun. I'm getting the hang of it. And I think the reason I'm getting the hang of it is because I am being true to myself. I am being authentic. I'm caring less about what other people are saying, but I have to make an episode about that. Today's episode is about cutting off distractions and taking back control and being in control. There's so many things that have us distracted. There's so many things that most of us are not in control of our lives. Most of us are just social media is in control of our lives. The people that we don't know that we watch on our phones are in control of our lives. Our bosses are in control of our lives. Our family is in control of our lives. Our friends, what they wear, we want to wear our friends, we want to go with the trends, we want to dress like everybody else, we want to eat the same food that are trending. Like if a bagel is trending, you're going to be having a bagel every morning. Jesus Christ, just take control. Like, that's what the episode today is about. And now I'm regretting closing my laptop because the notes would be very helpful right now. But still, the main idea was, when I came up with the idea of this episode, I remember I was like writing down I was saying I want to be making 6 figures by the age of 25. I'm currently 21, so I have like 3 years to do that. I'm turning 22, so I don't know how long I have. Yeah, basically, I was saying I want to be making 6 figures by the age of 25. And I knew that the only way to do that is to discipline myself and to cut out all the distractions that would keep me from getting there. Those distractions might be Netflix, because if I'm binge watching Netflix every morning when I'm off and I'm spending the whole day watching Netflix, I am doing a disservice to my future self. I am robbing my future self. If I'm spending 8 hours watching Netflix, I am robbing my future self of so many things. I could have spent 1 hour at the gym. I could have spent 1 hour making good food that will actually be nutritious for my body, that would be good for my future self. I could have spent that 1 hour creating content and growing myself. I could have spent that hour watching a YouTube video and learning a new skill. I could have spent 8 hours is so much time. Honestly, if your weekend looks like this, you wake up and you make a quick breakfast like cereal. I don't know why people eat cereal, to be honest. I'm not judging y'all. Cereal is a good snack, but I don't think you should be eating it every morning, because what? Okay, we are not about that. But anyways, if your morning looks like this, you wake up and you go eat something quick, something light, and then you go back to bed and you chill in bed and you watch Netflix, you watch Ginny and Georgia for like 12 hours. Okay, that's not realistic. You watch Ginny and Georgia for like 8 hours or like 6 hours or even 4 hours. And usually people that do that wake up at around 12 p.m. or they wake up at around like 1 p.m. because they were not sleeping, because they didn't sleep on time the night before, because they were scrolling and binge watching something, or like doom scrolling the whole night, and they didn't go to bed on time, and they only got 4 hours of sleep, and now they are up, and instead of doing something healthy or something good for them, they just binge watch an episode of something, a whole season of something. That is not good for you. And if you are doing that, I am judging you, because you are not taking care of yourself by doing that. You're not doing yourself any good by doing that. And I used to be that girl. When I was off on my off days, I would spend my off days literally watching, what is that show called? I was watching Bridgerton. I would watch the entire season of Bridgerton. The day they took out season 3, I watched the whole of it in one day. Did I eat healthy that day? No, I didn't even get out of bed. I made noodles, literally noodles, went back to bed, watched the whole show. Then I got hungry again, ate something light, went back to my bedroom, watched another episode. That is not good for you. Shouldn't be doing that. And just please don't be doing that. If your Sunday looks like that, then this episode is definitely for you, and you should really watch it and you should really pay attention. Yeah, so the one thing you can start doing if you want to take back control is limit the time you spend watching Netflix and limit the time you spend on social media. If you're doing something, let it be intentional. If you're gonna scroll on your phone, give yourself a time and say, I'm gonna scroll on my phone for 30 minutes. And when you're scrolling on your phone, try to not scroll on things that do not inspire you or things that do not make you a better person. And I'm not saying all the time you must be on work mode and trying to be a better person, but I don't see the benefit of watching anything that makes you feel sad, or that makes you overthink, or that makes you, like, you know, when you watch those videos on social media and you see those racist comments and you see those racist, like, a lot of things that are bad, and then it's so bad for your mind, and you're feeding your mind negativity, and then all of a sudden you feel sad and you feel moody and you don't know why you feel moody. I personally believe that everything in this world was meant to serve you and not for you to be a servant to it, apart from human beings. But nobody should be taking from you as well. You should be gaining and you should be giving out of your kind heart, but nobody should be taking from you, because when they're taking from you, it's like you're losing something, and that shouldn't be the case. But we're on about social media. I'm going to continue about that before I get to the human section. So basically, yeah, you need to control the amount of time you spend on your social media, and it needs to be out of you wanting to spend that time, and it shouldn't be you accidentally scroll on social media. Don't scroll for 2 hours or 4 hours. Like, no, we are done doing that. If we want to take control, you're not doing that anymore. And another thing, obviously I spoke about Netflix. You shouldn't be spending the whole day watching Netflix. You should, if it's your off day, you need to use it to reset. And you're not resetting if you're spending your off day watching Netflix all day. You are hurting your back, because probably this position you're sitting in is not a good position for you. Like, you shouldn't be sitting in one place for more than 8 hours, for more than 4 hours, for more than 3 hours. Honestly, I know you do it at work and it's fine, you have no choice, you have to make a living, but in real life, if you are off, you need to move your body. You need to do something that will recharge you, and if moving your body doesn't recharge you, then do it anyways, because it is good for you. I don't care. Anywho, because I'm a kind person, I'm not gonna use a tone with you, but please, come on, take control, man. Don't be letting yourself go like that. Anyways, another thing, if you want to take back control, you obviously need to set boundaries. You need to set boundaries, and most people don't know what a boundary is. A boundary is, okay, let me explain it in this way. Whenever you get, let me explain it this way. Whenever somebody does something and you feel upset, whenever somebody says something and it upsets you and it offends you, that means a boundary has been crossed. That means that was your boundary and they crossed it. That is a boundary. People don't know what a boundary is. When you say boundaries, people don't understand what you're talking about. I know it's a fancy word, I get that, but that's what a boundary is. Okay, let me make an example. So let's say I have this nice outfit that I really like, and I really want to wear this outfit, and my friend is like, oh, don't wear that outfit, it makes you look kind of skinny, and I know that I have body dysmorphia or I have issues with that. It might not offend somebody else, but it might offend me, because maybe I don't want to be skinny. Maybe I've been working very hard to gain weight and I don't want anybody telling me that I'm skinny. I will tell them instead of getting upset and not saying anything, because if you're not telling people your boundaries, then you have no right complaining when the boundaries are crossed. You need to let them know, sorry, please, I would rather you not talk to me like that. And if that person continues crossing that boundary, then you need to take action. There is no point telling people, I don't want to be treated like this, if whenever they treat you that way, you let them get away with it. Whenever a person crosses a boundary, or whenever a person does something that you told them not to do, you have to take action. You have to tell them, if you keep on doing this, I am going to leave your life and I am going to stop being friends with you. And this is not an episode about boundaries, so I'm not gonna go full on into boundaries, but basically you need to have boundaries. If you want to take control, you need to have boundaries. People need to know how to treat you, how to talk to you, what you like and what you don't like, and you need to not negotiate on those boundaries. Your boundaries are your boundaries, and it doesn't matter if those boundaries feel stupid to another person, they are still your boundaries. Also, if you want to take back control, you need to have a schedule, and you need to be in control of your schedule. You need to know what you're doing, at what time you're doing it, and obviously do schedule in some fun things. Do schedule in some time to relax. Do schedule in some time to do something that energizes you, but you need to have a schedule. And obviously some people are like, I'm not gonna have a schedule because I am always working, but trust me, you're not always working. And once you have a schedule, you learn to actually see where your time is going, and you learn to manage your time better. That is also how you take control. If you want to take control of how you look. Your appearance matters so much, because you cannot be a confident person if you don't feel beautiful. You cannot be a confident person if you don't feel like you look and you smell good. So invest in your appearance. When you look good, you're going to feel good, and you're going to be more confident, and you're going to basically seem like you're in control. And the point is not to seem like you're in control. The point is to be in control. So if you want to get ahead, you need to make time for the way that you look, and you need to invest in your wardrobe. You need to invest in how you look. And it's not only about looking good outside, it's about feeling good inside. So eating the right food, eating healthy food, not skipping your breakfast. Stop skipping your breakfast. Please stop skipping your freaking breakfast. Honestly, I don't know why people skip their breakfast. Sorry, I know I'm looking at my phone. I realized that I just forgot to press play on this, and I'm supposed to be posting this on Spotify as well. But don't be skipping your breakfast, and don't be eating something light for dinner. You need to have your breakfast, and you need to have your lunch, and you need to have your dinner. If you're cutting, I don't know how people do it. I've never done a cut. I wish to. I want to learn how to do it. I'm going to get into it soon because I want to tone up a bit and I want a six-pack, so I'm going to be cutting very soon. But if you're not cutting and you're just living a regular life, just eat your breakfast, please, and eat a breakfast that is filled with different types of benefits. Don't just eat one thing every single day. I try to have fruit on my breakfast. I try to have protein I try to eat eggs a lot, and I will have bacon. I will have rashes. Bacon and rashes are the same thing. Yeah. I will have a lot of protein on my breakfast. I try to mix up my food, and I try to drink loads of water. I don't always manage, but drink your water. You need to feel good for you to look good, and for you to be confident, and for you to take control. There's not really a lot that I can say onto this. It's going to be a very short episode, but if you want to take back control, you need to literally control every aspect of your life. You need to control what time you go to bed, what time you wake up, what you eat, who you're friends with, how they talk to you, how you dress, how you look, how you smell. My phone storage was very low, so my phone did cut me off, but I have the full episode on Spotify at Navigating 20s, so you can go listen to it there. Thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe, like, and follow. Thank you so much. Bye.